Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, the GUIDO, and we're back with another really great video for you. Bro, do we have an amazing video for you today? We are continuing to talk to characters from inside of the Academy Roleplay server, and this week we talked to Hammer. Or is he an international man of mystery? Why does he have 50 voices going on in his head? You're going to find out all of that. And I promise you, if you love these interviews and you love the Academy and you're familiar with Officer Messer's streams, you do not want to miss this. It was an amazing conversation. We had a blast talking together, and I know that you're going to love it. I cannot wait for you to watch it. Before you do that, though, hey, if you're interested in GTA RP, or maybe you're interested in the Academy Roleplay server, man, I want to invite you to come in, hang out with us. We have a blast. You get to meet people like Hammer and so many other really cool people. I promise you, you won't regret it. There's a link that just popped up right here. Man, go visit us. Come hang out with us. Get in here and be a part of this thing with us. You're going to love it. The link is also in the description for you as well. Hey, also, while you're here, I'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button. It does help your boy out. And why not hit the thumbs up button? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, how shocked are you when you find out some of the information that Hammer talks about inside of this interview. Okay, I don't want to wait anymore. I want us to jump into it. Hope you enjoy it. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
Brother, I didn't know my hands could sweat so bad.
No, you're gonna be good. This is gonna be great. You nervous? You how you feeling?
Oh man, nervous, excited.
No, it's gonna be good, man. I really do. I appreciate so much you jumping in. I told, I don't know if you heard, I was talking about how we had been talking about the interview and you'd been real hesitant. And then I messaged you. I was like, yo, we got to do this. And you were like, all right, let's make it happen. So I appreciate you jumping in, bro.
I appreciate you having me, brother.
No, absolutely, man. Well, hey, listen, let's start here, man. We got a lot to talk about, to be honest. We got a lot to talk about. But I want to start. Let's start really easy, really simple. We'll just ease right into this. Tell us about you, man. Tell us who is Hammer when he's not Hammer. Who is the person behind who we know as Hammer?
Man, nothing exciting to tell, to be honest with you, brother. I was born in Kentucky, contrary to what Tony believes. I grew up in Cincinnati and worked a couple odd jobs. Just really didn't find what I wanted to do, and eventually I did collections for one of the second largest collection agency on the Eastern Seaboard.
Oh, wow.
Did quality assurance, which that was a very repetitive job, man, and it is quite boring.
Sure.
But I met my wife there, and moved back into Kentucky, and that's where I've been ever since, man. I've got 4 beautiful kids, 2 boys,
wow.
2 girls.
Okay.
From oldest to youngest, the boy 18, Logan.
Wow.
16 is Peyton. 15 is Parker, and then my 11-year-old Aaliyah.
How about that?
Yep. So they keep me going, man. They definitely they drive me crazy. They're really good kids when they're sleeping.
Hey, aren't they all, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, that's legit. Like when they're sleeping, man, they're great.
Yeah.
Kids do that, too, because like during the day they'll drive you crazy, and then you'll see them at night, and you're like, man, they're not really, all that stuff I was frustrated wasn't about that bad, and then they wake up and you're like, yeah, it was. Holy crap, it was that bad.
It's good when I get off work, man, because most of the time they're all just waiting right at the door. So
that's awesome.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's very cool. How you like having an 18-year-old, bro? Because I just entered that club myself. And man, it was tough. I ain't gonna lie.
It is. It's tough, man. He just graduated high school, so
yeah,
he's kind of taking a year to see where he's gonna be with that. So as long as my kids give 100% in whatever they do, I told them I'll back them. They can't be lazy. They have to go out. My 16-year-old. She's working. She's already had 2 jobs, so um,
Cool.
yeah.
That's good. All right, so let me back up just a second. You said, contrary to what Officer Messer believes where you were originally from, where does he think that you're from?
He tells everybody I'm from Cincinnati.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, I got you. All right.
So we go back and forth. I tell everybody that he's from South Carolina.
Hey, yo, that's where I'm at. So there you go. That's good company right there, bro.
Yeah, so
Well, very cool. All right, so 4 kids, and all right. So obviously we play this. We play GTA. That's a game. That's how we even got here. It's because of that. What other stuff do you play, man? What other kind of video games are you into? Do you like to play?
uh battle royales, really big into those.
Okay.
Hell Let Loose,
Okay.
Fortnite,
Yes.
PUBG.
Okay.
We just started got me on Aaron got me on Fall Guys. So I've been
Oh my
playing
god,
that. We've been grinding at Fall Guys.
dude, have you got a
Um,
crown yet?
yeah, I've got a couple of them, about
Really?
6 of them, 6 or 7 of them. Yeah.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Uh, Horror games. I play Phasmophobia, but I'll scream like a girl. Um, yeah, just man, that's I like the RPG games too, like Skyrim, stuff like that.
Okay. So you're a
Um,
big gamer. I mean, ultimately,
yeah.
you'd say you're definitely a gamer.
Yep.
Okay. I
I
like
got
it.
the old Nintendo right underneath the desk here, so it's plugged in, but I can't use the gun on Duck Hunt for my flat screen. I got to pull out a tube TV.
That's crazy. That's wild. It must be like a technology thing, huh?
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay. All right. So, a couple follow up questions to that. What do you think about the new Fortnite season? Are you into it? You digging it?
Ah, man, I'm on the fence about it.
Are you?
I don't like that grappling and all that
No,
stuff,
no, no. I
man. And
don't either. I don't either.
the no builds really got me into it.
Okay.
I prefer the no build. I don't like shooting somebody and then building a castle, and
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, all of a sudden there's like a 10-story
Yeah.
mansion. You got like a butler that's working in there. It's a whole thing. I get it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, man. Well, I like this season better than maybe the last couple of ones, but I'm not into the grappling thing. I think it needs to go.
Yeah. I didn't like that. I liked and didn't like the lightsabers when they had those in. So
Yeah, I don't. I'm a purist. Like I just want simple guns and let's just fight each other and see who does the best. I don't need like
yeah.
tanks and spaceships and all that junk in
Oh
there.
yeah.
So anyway, all right. So when you're not gaming, what else are you doing, man? How are you spending your time? What else are you into?
Fishing. I like to go fishing.
Nice.
Golfing. I haven't been in a while. Um, man, just we do stuff with the kids. Think we're planning a camping trip.
Okay. So now you're an
Uh,
outdoorsy guy. I mean, you like to be outdoors.
kind of. If I'm by myself, if like it's just a group of people, I don't like going out and doing the big stuff that much. I'll do it if my wife wants me to, but
I got you.
otherwise, I like staying in the house.
Now, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Where do you kind of fall? Where do you see yourself in
Oh,
that?
I'm a hermit crab, definitely.
Okay. All right.
And when I get to know you, I open up, man. But I don't like going out and just getting buck wild like that.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm one of those people where I think I'm both. Like I feel like when I'm with people, I can be with people, but I'm totally fine just being by myself too. So
Yeah,
I kind of find myself in the middle somewhere.
yeah. I say I'm probably right there with you.
I can talk to folks and it doesn't bother me, but I'll just chill, man. I'm totally fine with that too.
Yep. I like the AC.
Facts. Big facts, sir. That is big facts. I like that. That's a great answer. All right. So I got some random questions for you just to kind of help us get to know you. And then we got something fun that we got planned that I'm excited about talking about. Before we get to that, though, I want to just kind of ask some random questions. I found these on the internet, and it's just funny questions to ask. Okay,
Okay.
so let's just kind of see how we do with this. Um, I like this question. I think it's important, and I think it determines. It's going to show a lot about a person, and I think the answer to this matters.
Oh
Do you
God.
think a hot dog is a sandwich?
Yes.
My
Hot dog
God,
is a sandwich. It's in
my
between.
God.
It's in between two pieces of bread. Fight
That,
me.
I'm with you. I am on your side. A hot dog is a sandwich 100% of the time. If you look up the definition of a sandwich, there might as well be a picture of a hot dog.
Yes.
I agree.
I agree 100%.
Man,
It's a sandwich.
I knew I liked you, man. Me and you, we're on the same page. All right. What's the weirdest thing that you've ever smelled?
Oh man. I don't even know where to begin. Probably a porter potty at a Garth Brooks concert. It's probably the weirdest thing I've ever smelled.
I don't even. I got no words, bro. I don't even need to know. That's
It,
all that we need to talk about right there. It's
it's
over.
probably there's probably something worse, but
Okay. All right. So, at your job, what is one unwritten rule? Like, it's not a rule, but it's one of those things that, like, everybody kind of knows that this is how you do this. Is there anything like that at your job?
um nothing that I can
Nothing
really
you can
think
think of?
of. No, I mean constantly keep your head on a swivel, I guess.
Okay. All right. All right. Um, what's the best Wi-Fi name that you've ever seen?
Um I'm sure everybody's seen them, but I had mine. I made mine like CIA van
Yeah.
or like FBI van,
Okay.
something like that.
All right. Real talk. Real talk. I used to work for Verizon, and I was a store manager there for about 6 years, and I had a lady that came in and she wanted us to debug her phone because the FBI surveillance van was sitting outside of her house.
God.
And I was like, "What?" And so she took a picture of it, and it was somebody's Wi-Fi that she was picking up, and she legit thought that she was like she had come across some conspiracy where,
Jeez.
and it didn't matter how many times I told her, she never believed me. She 100% thought that she was getting bugged and like spied on. It was crazy. It was the funniest thing.
Awesome.
All right, toilet paper over or under?
Over. You got to pull it down.
Thank
That's
you.
literally how it was invented.
No, I agree. I'm with you. Listen, you and I are vibing, bro. We are 100% on the same page. All right, let's see. Choo choo choo. I'm kind of scared to ask that question. Let's see. What? No, I don't like that one. All right, how do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza?
Yes, 100%. Chicken and pineapple pizza all the way.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think pineapple belongs on pizza. And you know what? I wish people would quit hating on pineapple on pizza.
They
And
do.
and all these people that say, no, blah, 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 I don't want to hear that mess anymore. Pineapple belongs on pizza, and we need to make it official right here, right now.
Yeah, I
All right,
agree.
I'm stamping it. It's over, chat.
It's approved.
It's over, chat. Pineapple belongs on pizza. I don't want to hear anything else about it. What's the best type of cheese?
Mozzarella.
Okay, all right. I like that. I like a good pepper jack.
I can't do pepper jack.
Yeah, you're not a spicy guy. You don't like spicy
Nah,
things.
I like spicy cheese.
Okay, all right. But do you like spicy food like in general though?
Yeah, it just depends on what it is.
All right. What's the weirdest? Oh my gosh, I don't. What's the weird? You may not be able to say this. What's the weirdest thing that a guest has ever done at your house? Anything weird like that? You think of anything?
Um,
Or
no.
I'll rephrase it. So if you don't have anything on that, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever seen in somebody else's house?
Um,
Can you think of anything?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not really seeing anything weird. I think they all hide it when I come over.
Okay. All right. Here's your chance to be creative. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would they call it?
Hmm. Just a quick, simple answer. Probably Nutter Butter.
Hey, and those little Nutter Butter little snack things,
I'll tear those up.
I'm a fan of them.
I swear,
100%.
I'll eat a whole pack of them. I don't care.
I like it. All right. All right, good job, good job. Okay, so now we've got something else that you and I kind of have talked about that we're going to do, and it's brand new. We've never done this on an interview before, but it's a top 10 list. It's a top 10 list. And so what we did is I messaged you. I said, hey, I want you to give me your list of top 10 favorite movies of all time. And so you sent me a list, and then you were like, you know what, I need to. So you really thought about it. Like you were like, I need to edit the list, and
Well, it's hard. I still look at the list, and man, I'm big on movies,
okay,
and
so
it's
big
really
movie guy.
hard.
So
Yeah.
I've got it. I'm going to put it over on the screen. We're just going to talk about it, but I'm going to show everybody kind of what the list is really quickly, and I'm going to reveal them one at a time, and we're going to kind of talk about each one of those. So this is Hammer's top 10 movie list. Would you say of all time? This is your top 10 list of all time?
Probably not of all time. It's probably top 10 of what I could think of at that moment.
All right. All right. So here we go. I've got the top 10 list up. So we're going to start with number 10. Okay, number 10. And I'm going to reveal it. Your number 10 favorite movie of all time, Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. Why Fast and Furious? What do you love? Now, is it just one? Is it all of them?
It's not all of them, man. There's probably like 3 out of the whole series, maybe 4 out of the whole series
Okay.
that were really good, man. I liked those cars. The first one was really good. Um, I like going fast, man.
Okay. All right. Now, are you a fast driver? Like when you're driving, are you?
Yes. Yes.
So you're just going.
Yeah.
I
I
got
get
you.
yelled at by my old lady.
Nice. Okay. Now, did you like Fast and Furious 2?
Mm,
The second one?
it was okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't the best.
It wasn't my favorite.
No.
It wasn't my favorite, but everyone after that has been really good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like it. Fast and Furious, I think it deserves to be on the list. It's a great one. And really, I would say the franchise. It's a good franchise.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 9. Number 9. The Matrix. The Matrix.
Yes.
What do you love about The Matrix?
I got hooked into that sci-fi, like different world, and just it's an action movie, man. I just thought it was really good.
Okay.
Same with Fast and Furious. Not all of them were good, but um, for the majority, they were all pretty good.
So I am going to confess something to you here. I have seen the first Matrix, but I have not seen anything after that. I saw the
Yeah.
first one, but I hadn't seen anything after it. And it's not because I hadn't wanted to. I tell you what it is. It's because Christy, my wife Christy, she didn't really want to see them, and so it was like, well, all right. And so I didn't check those out. So is it worth me going and just watching the rest of them?
You might, yeah, you should.
Okay.
You should.
Even the new one that just came out.
Mm, I don't know. I don't know if you should see the new one.
Okay, so that was a no go.
Then maybe, yeah, I'll tell then.
Okay, all right. So the OGs is what we need to check out.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, I respect that. So I have to put that on my list. Chat, what do you think so far? Are you liking it? Iron Assault said, "Nah, it's trash." All right, I
That's
got you, Iron
trash.
Assault. I'm with you, bro. I appreciate the heads up because I don't want to I don't want to waste my time. All right, here we go. Number 8. Number 8. Anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Yeah.
Anything. So, are we talking like Kindergarten Cop? Like,
Yes, I liked Kindergarten Cop. I thought that was a good movie, man.
I did too. I'm not gonna lie. I like Kindergarten Cop. I think it's legit. What is it about Arnold? Because when you sent this over, I'm not against it. I'm an Arnold fan. What is it about Arnold that you like? Is it the voice?
I think it is, man. I think it's the voice, man. Like, and it's always an action movie, except for, I mean, Kindergarten Cop was still kind of an action movie, but it was mainly a comedy.
I like it. All right. So Mrs. Officer Messer. Hey, Mrs. Officer Messer, Jingle All the Way.
Yes,
Great
Jingle All the
movie.
Way. Yes, awesome movie.
I think it's one of the most underrated Christmas movies of all time. Like, they really should be played more than what it is.
Yes.
I can get on board with this. I would have never thought about this, but when you sent it over, I started thinking about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I'm on board with this, bro.
And Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I'm with you. It's like you and I are here. I mean, everything so far, we are here. Holy smokes. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Chat, I don't want to see anything. It is a Christmas movie. All right, just wanted to say that. All right, number 7. Number 7. Oh, Twins. Did you like Twins with Danny DeVito?
Yes, Twins was good. It was funny.
Twins is it's a hilarious
Yes.
movie. Okay, all right, sorry. I could talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. We'll move on. Number 7. Number 7. James Bond. All the James Bond films.
Yes, I have them all. I have them all on DVD.
Okay.
Every single one since the beginning.
All right. Who's your
I am
favorite?
big on James Bond.
Who's your favorite James Bond?
I want to say Pierce Brosnan, man.
Okay. All right.
I really do. I think he did it good.
Better than Sean Connery though?
It's probably a tie.
Sean Connery, I like Pierce Brosnan. I thought he was a great James Bond. I like Sean Connery too, though, and I love those older James Bond movies.
Yes.
They're some of the originals they're really good. They're really good. What do y'all think, chat? Are y'all all right? Who just said? Big John just said Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Big John, I'm sorry, sir. Hey, much love, but you're wrong. Somebody just said, "What is a DVD?"
Oh my lord. I have VHSs too.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's great. All right. Okay, here we go. So James Bond, number 6. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Pulp Fiction. It's a great movie.
I love John Travolta, man. I think him and I think he just did that movie really good.
Yeah. Now, so I like Pulp Fiction, and I do think it is a really great movie. Would you say that in Pulp Fiction, would you say all John Travolta movies? Could you say that?
The majority of them. I can't say all of them.
Okay.
He's done some crap.
Have you ever seen Face Off with Nicolas Cage?
Yes. It's a great movie.
Dude, it was on TV. All right. I worked at the movie theater as a teenager when that movie came out. Man, I love that movie. It was great.
Yeah, I love Face Off, man. That's why I said it's so hard to pick these, man. It was so hard.
No, I get it. I get it. And that's why it's a top 10 list. It's supposed to challenge us. It's supposed to bring up debate and controversy and all those kind of things. So I think we're nailing it so far. All right, here we go. Number 5. What do you think about the list so far, chat? Are y'all digging this? Somebody's talking about Top. All right, here we go. I saw somebody said Top Gun. I knew it was coming. Number 5, Top Gun.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good one. Now,
I haven't seen the new one
you
yet.
haven't
Nope.
seen the new one?
No.
Dude, it's a really great movie. I thought they did it really well.
My brothers went and seen it about 5-6 times already. So
Now, is it still playing in your area?
yeah, it's actually at the drive-in too.
No, they actually took it out of our theaters here for some reason. I have no idea. I'm like, bro, it's like the number 1 movie. Why are you taking it out?
Yeah, to make you want it more.
That's probably true. I like Top Gun, and I think the original Top Gun was great. The remake of Top Gun was really good, and when you get to watch it, I think you'll really like it. I think it'll.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
No, and it ties in so well with the original. It's just a really good movie. And it's one of those like good guys, bad guys, hero. Hero has a struggle. He overcomes the struggle. You know, it ends up being really good. You know, he gets the win. And so Top Gun, the original.
I'm
Top
ready
Gun's
for
great.
it.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it.
It's going to be good. All right, here we go. So that's it. Number 4. Any cartoon movie. So
Yes.
we got to talk about this for a minute. Explain this to me.
Man, I don't know. I'm a big kid, so
Okay.
like I just love like Finding Nemo,
Okay.
the Croods,
All right.
all the older movies, man. The dinosaurs when they had their movie.
Okay.
Just I just love those movies, man. I don't know. There's always a side character that I get stuck on, man. That's like absolutely hilarious. That makes the whole movie.
So, all right, I'm going to make this even tougher. If you could narrow it down to three cartoon movies, what are they?
Oh man. Um, Probably. Oh God, The Lion King. I'd have to say is in there.
Okay.
Aladdin
Okay.
and Toy Story.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good list. That is a really good list. I'm going to admit something to you. I had never seen The Lion King until they did the live action remake.
I couldn't even watch that, man.
I had never seen it. And now I did go back after and watch the cartoon with my daughter, but I had never seen it until they did the live action remake.
Just like with the when they did the redid Aladdin, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I watched it. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So anyway, all right, number three. Number three. And this is the one that you came back. You said, I need to change this one. This is the one that we changed. Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Harry Potter moved up into the number three spot. Um, all of them? You love all the Harry Potters?
I do. They're all good movies, man.
Okay.
All of them. Just like when we talked, I loved Lord of the Rings too.
Yeah.
I'm a big nerd like that.
Okay. All right.
Um, Harry Potter stuff, all in the bedroom, all in the house. So my wife's hooked on it too. Harry
Nice.
Potter socks,
All right. Be honest. Do you
shirts.
have a robe?
I don't. I wish I did. I swear I wish I did.
All right.
The
Would you be
next
wearing it
purchase
right
is
now?
a wand. Oh, 100%. 100%. The next purchase is that wand that shoots the little flaming fireballs out of it.
I like
I'll
it.
be running around the house, probably set the house on fire.
Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Number two. Number two. We're getting close. Number two, Pearl Harbor. Is it
Yes.
the love story that you got? Like, is it the love story that's got you hooked here?
No. 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 The action.
Okay.
The action. Love those war movies, man.
Yeah.
All the documentaries that they did on that. World War II, World War One. My grandfather fought in the Battle of the Bulge. Um, so that's a big part, man. I love all that stuff. I like history, like all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. All right. So before we reveal number one, is there anything on the list that you wish that you would have added or that you think deserve, maybe they're not on the top 10, but you think they deserve an honorable mention? Anything like that before we reveal your number one?
Probably the Home Alones. Home
Okay.
Alones was a good movie.
Home Alone is great.
Um,
How many Home Alones have you seen? Because there's like, how many?
Three. I think I've seen three.
You've seen three of them?
Yeah.
Aren't there like 5, 6 of them, something like that?
I believe there is five or six.
So I've seen obviously the original, and then the other one when he's in New York, and then is the third one the one where the kid gets the race car?
Yes, I believe that is the third one.
Those
Yes.
are the only ones I remember is that one, or those.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the one that needs to be mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So here we go. Revealing Hammer. Remember, this is Hammer's top 10 movie list of all time. The number one greatest movie of all time per Hammer is Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
I like it. That's a good
100%, man. It is a great movie.
It's a good movie.
If you think about like man, I mean if you've ever seen it and you go back and you watch it and then compare it to the movies these days, man, some of the stuff that they did back then is absolutely outrageous. It's awesome.
Yeah. No, I think it was a great movie. It was a good story, and
Yes.
yeah. So I think you nailed it. I like the list. And I'm gonna have to go back and watch The Matrix. The rest of them. I may have to remind myself about the first one too. I may have to go back and just start over. Somebody just said Christmas Story. It is my opinion that The Christmas Story is the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Christmas Story is a great movie. We watch it every year along with Elf.
I love Elf. Elf is a great Christmas movie. I see, to me, Christmas Story, greatest Christmas movie of all time, and right under that, just slightly, Home Alone, Elf. But I love Christmas Story. It's my favorite for
Yes,
Christmas. For Christmas.
100%, man.
For Christmas. So, all right. Well, very cool. Well, good job, man. We revealed your top 10 list. So thank you for playing.
And that changes on a daily, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if we did another interview tomorrow, it'd be a whole different list, right?
Oh yeah, it would.
I like it. Very good. Okay. All right. Let's change our conversation a little bit. So, um, we obviously are here because we have the Academy in common. Everybody has an origin story to the Academy, and we almost got into this, and you were like, "Do you really want me to tell you this now?" I was like, "No, no, no. I don't. I wanted you to surprise me. I have been one. I didn't. I haven't wanted you to tell me anything. I've wanted you to surprise me with everything. So let's get into it. Tell me about your kind of how you got into TARP. How did you find the community?
Yep. So, um, probably just like most people, TikTok and Twitch. Um, just happened to be scrolling through TikTok and saw one of them. Jumped over, link tree in bio. Jumped over to his Twitch and I was hooked, man. And I was like, I have to get in there. I have to play with this dude. Like the message that he was trying to spread, bridging the gap, I could totally get behind it.
Yeah.
And so April 1st, after I saw that day, my wife knew up until that point that I wanted a PC. And April 1st, when I saw that TikTok and went over and watched him on Twitch, I told her, I went downstairs. I said, hey, I said, we got to go get a PC.
Yeah.
And there's a PC store like right down the road. It's literally 10 minutes. We
Okay.
went down there. It was supposed to be the top 10 best PC for under $1,000.
Okay.
So we went in and we got it. And I went home. I set everything up that day. I think I applied that night and I was accepted on the 4th and I was in playing on the 5th.
Awesome, man.
So
Now,
that's
did you have any kind of knowledge about GTA and anything like that beforehand?
I've seen the RP stuff. I've never RP'd until that day.
Okay. All right.
Um, I was just in there, and I don't think he was live that day, but I was just in there giving just normal stuff, man, like just pull you over and ask you for your driver's license, just little silly stuff.
Sure.
Um, I think at one point I act like I lost my cell phone down in my truck, and I was standing like outside the door, and somebody pulled up and asked me. But that was really scary, man, to start off, and I never knew how to like RP or what needed to be said in the city, and
Right.
that was really nerve-wracking.
It is intimidating for when you're new and you've never done that before, because I think your story is really common in the sense of that you see it and it looks really cool and you're like,
Yeah.
I want to do that, but then you get in and you're like, I have no idea how to do that.
Yes. And it wouldn't have been possible had not seen that, and if it wasn't for my wife. So
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be here.
Okay. I love that, man. So all right, so you get in and you're trying to figure out the stuff, you're trying to figure out how to walk around and all that kind of stuff. Now, this is just interesting question for me, probably more than anything. Are you a controller guy or are you just a keyboard and mouse guy?
I bounce between both.
Okay.
So I've been asked like, do I drive keyboard and mouse? Do I drive controller? It'll depend. Like, if I'm out of the vehicle and we're going and we have to jump in and go, I'll start off with the keyboard and mouse. It just depends on what's going on.
Yeah.
But I do use the joystick.
Yeah. I do too, and I do the same thing. I drive mainly with the controller, and then I have tried to. I was predominantly dependent on the controller for the most part, and I've tried to teach myself more to use the keyboard
Yeah.
as I've played more because I think it's just easier and more convenient.
Yes.
I actually dropped my controller one night in the middle of a stream. I dropped it and it disconnected from my computer, and I couldn't get it to reconnect. And so I had to do the rest of the night with my keyboard. You should have seen me trying to drive with that, bro. It
Oh
was a
Lord.
straight up disaster.
I've had that happen where it's fallen off the desk and then like it pops out and I'm like,
Yes.
oh my God. I've had it happen where it's fallen off and it's kicked me out of the car.
Nice, nice. All right, so you get in the city and you're trying to figure things out, and through that you really kind of started. You've kind of played, not character speaking, but you've played several different roles inside of the community. So you've gone from just trying to get in and figure it out to doing a really, you've played a really instrumental role in the community. Talk about that. Kind of talk about how you got to what you do now, and then even talk about what you do now.
Um, Man, I really just think like starting off and getting here, just I just backed like it didn't matter what it was, man. Like the admin team that we had at that time and what Tony was speaking to me about once we got on those speaking terms. I just backed it. I just backed it 100%, man. And to this day, whether the community, like I say, sails off into the sunset or sinks, I'm with it.
Yeah,
I've never been in another community. Don't plan on looking or going to another one.
yeah.
So, but I was just started off as like an admin. We didn't really have all the admin roles back then, so you were just an admin.
Okay,
Um, then at one point I was deputy director for a while.
okay.
Um,
So let me ask this, and I just want to. So I want to let you answer this. So explain that. So admin, deputy director. What is that? What are those? What are the responsibilities in those roles?
the admin at the time, we really just were looking for people just following the rules, fail RP, RDM, the VDM stuff.
Yeah,
Um, like I said back then, we didn't really have all those. There wasn't a media or a moderator or anything like that. So that's really what we were looking for in answering tickets. Um, and then the deputy director role, everybody knows, man, it's just helping run this thing and that's Denny's role and um, it was tough, man, because just with doing the content creation and all that stuff, I didn't really have time.
sure.
Um, 4 kids
Yeah,
and full-time job and then helping with the content stuff, it didn't fit me. So um, the role that I have currently is the media admin role,
okay.
content facilitator,
All right.
and it's the same thing. We're just looking for people to do good RP inside the city, and whether that's when somebody's streaming or just when they're out playing and having fun,
Yeah,
just making sure everybody's doing what they got to do and not doing anything off the hook.
sure. What kind of, all right? So in your role now, I know you said that kind of the admin stuff kind of wasn't your vibe. Content creation is really kind of where you find. I think that if I'm hearing you right, that's kind of what you enjoy more of. It's not necessarily that um, what's the right way to say that? Like the day to day, the regulations, the guidelines, that kind of things.
Yeah.
Am I saying that the right way?
Oh yeah, 100%. I've said it 1,000 times. I really don't even need a tag to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'm here to just have fun and make content.
yeah.
Yeah, the tags mean nothing.
No, and I agree with that, and I think I think sometimes people they want a tag or they want a position in a role, but really, true community, true community in its original form is I got your back regardless of what my role is. If you need help, I'm going to help you. And
Yeah.
that's what true community is. And so it's I want to help you. How can I serve you? And a lot of times people are looking, what can I get from something? And that's not community. It's what can I get? It's looking for something. But community is more about how can I serve? How can I give? That heart right there is what makes community.
Yeah, and man, like it has nothing to do like making content and all that. That's fun. Like, yeah, it's great, and but it's really about like the stuff on the outside, the stuff that you know Tony and Denny and Ariana and all of them are doing outside of the stream,
Yeah.
and everybody else now that's jumping on to help, like the Santa's handlebars and the ice cream and all that stuff that we're doing. Um, my wife's on board. We're trying to set up some stuff now too, down here. I've talked to Tony about getting me some bikes down here because I'm in really good with the police departments that we have down here. So
Awesome, man.
we're looking to do a lot of stuff down here too.
No, that's
Kind of
great.
spread that out.
That's phenomenal. And I'm glad that you said that because I think that's something that needs to be stated over and over and over again is all of this is a means to something greater. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like this is a vehicle that's being used to accomplish the mission of bridging the gap, of the outreach projects. All this is just the vehicle, and I think so many times people get caught up in this when really, man, it's much bigger. It's much greater than that.
Yeah. This is just a very small part of not only Tony's mission, but everybody who's streaming and going live in the academy.
Yeah,
The whole point is to reach out to not just what Tony's doing, but to their communities as well, where they live and doing stuff inside of their communities. So yeah, it's a big deal.
yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. And so I am, man, I'm excited about where we are, and I think, man, I think to me, and from my perspective, and I have a different perspective than you do, but from my perspective, I think, man, we've got a lot of things that we can accomplish, and we still got a long road ahead of us.
Oh yeah, we're still young.
Yeah. So I'm excited though. All right. So speaking of Messer and speaking of the mission, we actually, and I know that you know this, we had Officer Messer in for an interview, and that's kind of how you and I got here tonight because uh, during that interview, Officer Messer dropped your name that was linked to some pretty prominent characters inside of the city.
Yeah.
JJ and
Gibbons.
oh yeah, excuse me, Gibbons. Sorry, Gibbons and Mr. Samples. And
Yeah.
so he kind of unveiled that you are those characters. Now, is that true? Can you confirm that you're those characters?
Yes, I can in fact confirm that I am both of those characters.
That's wild,
I
man.
I, I was telling him like before and during that, I said, man, like he was like, I'm only gonna give them and say that these two are played by the same people, blah blah blah. And I was like, all right, just don't mention my name. And I think I typed something in chat, and he had that stuck in his head, man. And this guy, bro, it's like trying to herd cats sometimes, man. And he's wild.
It was so funny, and I remember it coming over his face when he said it because he was like, I wasn't supposed to say that. You could just see it come over him like, oh man, I shouldn't have said that. All right, so
Right after that interview, man, he jumped in the VC and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, bro."
all right, so talk about those, man. Those are some for Officer Messer and the Academy. Those are some pretty prominent characters. Let's kind of talk about those guys. Where did the idea of those characters come from?
Man, Gibbons, I don't know. I think I just created him, and I just was like, this is just gonna be my little hood rat character. Like I'm just gonna get wild with him, and we're
Yeah,
just gonna do crazy stuff with him. And we got on stream, and it just unfolded, man. And I was like, all right, we're gonna run with the storyline. And JJ came in, and he was a big part of that too.
yeah,
And we just kind of ran with it, man. And it just I was really shocked that it took off. Anytime that I'm like ever watching his in his streams, I'll go back and I'll watch
yeah.
and see what people are saying about the characters, and if they don't like them, then I try not to show them off as much. And
Right.
um, that was just Gibbons, man, and it just went.
Yeah.
It was so crazy how it went. Now I will give you another little tidbit.
Okay. All right.
Um, JJ and Gibbons' real dad, that we only got to see a couple times,
Yes. Okay.
that was Steven.
Really?
That was old Trooper Slivers.
I did not know that at all.
Yep.
That's
That was old
awesome.
Trooper Slivers. So we gave Tony some crap towards the end.
Yes. Yeah, 100%, very much so. And that kind of that whole storyline, obviously that whole kind of storyline is closed out now. But it was such a prominent. I mean, it was that character. Those characters were such prominent characters, and even still, people will bring them up and talk about them, and so that's really
Yeah.
cool. That's really cool. All right, so talk about samples, because I remember, samples and JJ, or I keep saying JJ. I'm sorry, Gibbons kept kind of coming along, really as I was fairly new to the community. And so I kept seeing these characters come up over and over and over again. What about samples? Like, where did that kind of character come from?
So I wanted an old guy in the city, and I was like, he's gonna be an attorney, he's gonna be wealthy. Um, Kind of based him off my dad's dad, my grandfather,
Okay.
who he really liked the women,
Okay.
and I wanted him to constantly like have different women, and
Yeah.
he's always like his little niches. He never knows who Messer is. That's his thing. It's until Messer says it's Messer,
Yeah.
he has no idea who it is. So, and I give him a hard time with Mr. Samples. Mr. Samples bust his balls.
Yeah. Very much so. Very much so.
It's
Um,
it's fun though, man. Like just with him, I remember just doing like small stuff, man, like a dispute inside of a clothing store,
yeah.
and he was everybody's attorney at one point. Everybody would call him, and it's still fun to bring him out every once in a while.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, he's a great character, and he's always a lot of fun. And he obviously is a community favorite. People love to see Mr. Samples. Even for a little bit, what was like Samples Sunday or something like that. It was
Yeah,
yeah, it was like a whole thing that was going on.
he would ride along and just get buck wild. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Gibbons and Mr. Samples, great characters. But I gotta ask you this, man, and I can't let you come on here and me not ask. Obviously, Officer Messer uncovered some secrets, but do you have any other secrets? Any other characters that maybe people would know about that you play that you want to share?
Um, Man, I got a few. So
Okay, all right,
Tay Tay, I'm Tay Tay,
okay, oh,
and I know that's kind of like Tony's arch nemesis right now.
yes,
So I'm him, just another hood rat character, and running around. He's selling drugs and just getting wild. Um, another one, man, is I'm Wang Chung.
okay,
I
yes.
am Wang.
So Wang,
Um,
that's a
he's
that's a big one. That's funny.
I wanted to I wanted to have just a hobo. I wanted to be a bum, and I I constantly was begging for a garbage script. I wanted to dig in the trash and get stuff out of the trash, as I'd seen it before.
Okay,
Um, so once that happened, man, I went and I was going to create my character, and Jack, Wang Chung's partner in crime,
yeah,
um, was like, "Let's make him Asian." I said, "All right, let's make him Asian," and it just went from there, man. Same thing with all the other characters. It just if they like it, it sticks, and I go with it.
Yeah. All
There's
right.
really no like rhyme or reason.
Okay. So the whole thing about the about Wing's character is the wanting a quarter and washing cars. Like, did that is that inspiration, or is that like in the moment something happens and it sticks and you just go with it?
That is just in the moment improv. The quarter thing that sticks.
Yeah.
Um, I think all my characters have something that they do or say that's like their little catchphrase. Um, I don't know why, but they do.
Yeah.
It's something that's just I say like the oh a quarter or the trash margarita
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
He washes cars and he makes good money washing cars, man.
That's funny, dude. I don't know if you're watching chat, but they when you said Wang, they lost their mind. They absolutely blew up. Um, Mother Fluffer just said Wang robbed me 6K to watch Guardian.
Well, the Blue Gang, I made like 100K off of them. I washed all their cars one
Nice,
night.
nice. That's awesome. All right. Okay, hold on. So we're uncovering some big stuff here. So Tay Tay, Wang, uh, who else? Who else would we know that is somebody that we see often?
Oh man. Who do I Tay Wang, Samples, Gibbons. I mean, I'm obviously the son of Gibbons.
Okay,
Um, Billy Buttercakes.
Billy Buttercakes. That's a
I'm Billy Buttercakes.
that's a great one, man. And that is so much. He's so much fun right now in the city. He's great.
He gets wild, man. I so just another thing. I don't remember who I was talking to, and it kind of just clicked, and I was like, I need to make a person who is an aspiring YouTube and he wants to just do crazy stunts to try and get his name out there, but he always fails.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's just how he came, just on like a Tuesday.
That's great. And you know what? When that character showed up, and I started watching him on Officer Messer's stream, I thought, man, that is a great role play character right there. That is an amazing character. It is just the idea behind him being this extreme sports guy is so cool. It's hilarious.
Yeah. And Curtis, he's not. I mean, I don't think he's big, but he's like saw dude.
Yes, I
He's
remember
that guy.
Curtis.
So I'm that guy. I do that too.
That's so cool, man. Dude, chat is blowing up, man. They're saying I'm shocked. OMG, no way. I knew it. So yeah, and you're blowing minds right now. You're blowing
We
minds right now.
for the longest we tried to keep all of them secret, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, so people would ask all the time, man, or I'd get DMs constantly, and they'd, "Are you such and such?" and "Are you Wang?" No, I'm not Wang. He stole my ID. He still got my ID, and um, just trying to hold it off as long as possible.
Yeah.
It's just been a wild ride, man.
All right. So all right. Let's get into this part right here. So, some of the most prominent, well known characters inside of the city, obviously, tremendous role play. Um, where does that come from, man? Because, all right, you started this conversation about TARP saying, I got in and I knew nothing. And now we're talking about some of the most prolific characters that our community knows. How did that develop? How did that develop for you? And then the second part of that question is, let's say somebody is in here and they're like, you know what? I want to come up with a really dope character. I want to do really great role play. What does that look like? How does that happen? What do you suggest for that person? That's not just running and gunning, shooting and blazing. Like they want to really develop a role play character.
Um, man, just I think it just starts with like just a storyline, something that you just come up with in your head. Like I said, I wanted a YouTube guy who always failed. He never succeeds at any of his stunts, but he's getting big on YouTube, so it just goes to his head, and he just wants to do more and more.
Yeah,
Um, Frederick Samples, he was an attorney. He's a big shot. Um, he wanted to be he wanted to be a police officer, but never did that. So he went to the lawyer side of things. Um, just coming up with a good storyline, and I would say it's really truly probably just trial and error. You probably have characters that you don't think will be good, but they're good.
yeah,
And you just got to stick with it, man, and just grind. Um, that's really all I mean, just trial and error. Just if you're a streamer and you're wanting to have that character that stands out from everybody else, just go back and watch and see what your chat's saying about the character. See what they think of him.
yeah.
Do they like him? Do they not like him doing this? Um, Another character that I just thought of is I am Security Officer Ramsbottom,
Yes, and
and
he's making a comeback.
and he likes to make everybody mad. No, no, if
That's
you
so good.
don't want to be mad, don't come in when he's in the hospital. He'll get you fired up quick.
Yeah, no, that's a great character. Will Officer Security Officer Ramsbottom, will him and Officer Messer ever become friends? Is that ever going to happen?
I don't know. I have no idea. Steven hates Ramsbottom. He hates him with a passion. He never liked him. Um, I don't know. I think Messer is trying to get on his good side, but
Yeah,
Ramsbottom, man, he's all about business.
yeah, no, he's
To keep
straightforward,
that
man.
hospital clear.
Yeah, you gotta keep the lobby clear. You can't have all that hanging around in there.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, that's true. I love that, man. And here's the thing I think is really cool to for for our community is I think some people get this perspective that in order to have a good time, quote unquote, you either have to be a Leo character, you have to be a some type of part of a department, or you need to be like in wilding out as a criminal. And I think what you're saying is so cool, and I think it's a message that we need to talk about more. Is you don't have to do those things to have good RP. You just need to get in there and just have good RP and start role playing and you know start being a part of the community and be a character, be something and go with it and
Yeah.
develop it. Develop a story behind it.
Yeah. 100%, man. Like I said, I remember just starting out with Mr. Samples, and we were just doing just little like disputes or um, they have the yachts. I remember doing some yacht scenes where a jet ski ran into my yacht, and we had to have Tony come out on the boat, and he had to do that, and that was wild. Just little stuff, man. It doesn't have to always end in like a big pursuit or a shootout, or you can just do little stuff, and that's some of the times that's the stuff that really sticks with people, especially the streamers.
Yeah.
You do a scene, something small, and they're like, "Man, that was the funniest scene that I've ever done," and that's really good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, talk to me about this really quick. So, I think the other side of that is developing characters, but how do you know when a character is just not working? Is there any stories where you're like, you know what, I tried something, it failed, and I just decided to move on from it because it just wasn't vibing. Because I think that's part of it too. Is you can't be afraid to try something and it not work.
Yep. So I remember I did I guess you could say he was kind of like a hillbilly guy, and we RP that he was like at a farm or whatever. Um, and he cut grass or delivered hay, stuff like that. And he was funny at the time. And I think I brought him in maybe 2 or 3 times. And I was like, I just don't like him. I don't want to do him. I don't think he's going to be good.
Yeah.
I remember we did a scene where he was cutting grass on the golf course, and I think somebody was hitting the golf ball, and I acted like it hit me in the head, and I fell off. And um, so there was a couple, like 2 or 3 scenes that we did, and one might have been funny out of the three,
Yeah.
and I just kind of left him.
I got you.
So yeah, it's with Gibbons. It just came to the point where I was like, I guess we'll just get rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make room for new ones. I don't have enough character slots. If I could have 50, 40, 30 character slots, I'd have them all full by tonight.
That's so good.
So many voices in my head, and I don't know if it's good or bad.
I love that. I think that's great. All right. So obviously you have some amazing characters, very very notable. What are some of your favorite memories? Like what are some of your favorite RP memories in the city that will just stick with you and you'll remember them and you'll laugh about them, tell stories to your grandkids about them?
Man, killing off Gibbons. That's something that'll stick. I didn't really think that he was that big. Um,
Yeah.
and that was just a massive turnout, and I think he had 900 or 1,000 people in his chat that night when that happened, and just to go back and re-chat, and I was like, that was really crazy when JJ and Gibbons both got killed off. So
Yeah.
that's something that'll definitely stick. The first couple times I brought out Mr. Samples, um, obviously Wang, Billy Buttercakes. I mean, just the start of these characters,
Yeah.
and just to see them and actually be able to develop them. Um, I think for the first 3 times I brought Samples out, Tony had no idea who played him, and I kept that a secret.
That was all right. So I
Uh,
thought about that earlier, and I meant to ask it, and I kind of slipped my mind. We changed the conversation, or it went a different direction. I was going to ask. Uh, so when does Officer Messer kind of figure out, hey, this might be Hammer?
he'll ask. Sometimes he'll ask, and other times he'll know. There'll be little tells that we might have talked about something that day, and I'll throw it in there.
Yeah. Okay.
So he'll pick up on it like that. Yeah, I mean, just other times he has no idea,
That's so great.
which is really good. If I can bring a character in and he not know who that is or who's
Yeah.
playing it, that's really awesome.
So is that one of your goals? Is that a goal for you to bring
Oh
in a
yeah,
crazy character and then Officer Messer not know? Because you and him
yes,
are good friends. I mean, you guys are in real life. Y'all are good buddies.
yeah. Um, we talk probably just about every day. Whether it's Discord, text, or Snap,
Yeah.
or over the phone. But yeah, if I can bring somebody in and they not know, then it's a good night.
That's awesome. I love that. Very cool. Very cool. All right, you ready to get to some chat questions?
Yeah.
I'm sure there are tons of them. I haven't even looked. I haven't even looked at the Discord yet, so I'm a little frightful of seeing what's in here. But um, I think there's going to be a lot. So let's see here. Let me go back. Choo choo choo. Okay. Officer Messer, ask Hammer if any dates stand out to him. Days he became something.
If any dates stand out, like in the city dates or just in life?
That's just all I got. Like, I think maybe like, is there any specific dates that tied? Here's how I interpret it. If I'm wrong, Officer Messer can re-ask the question. Voices or something. No, that's not Officer Messer. The is there any? I'm taking it as like, is there anything that happened IRL that like triggers these characters being developed for you that you can remember or think of?
Not really. Just dates that'll stick out, like in the city dates. Just the first time I came in, um, I know I ran the fire department for a while. I was one of three, one
Okay.
of two that actually ran the fire department. Uh,
Okay.
I mean, just I don't know, man. Like when Messer did that surprise when he had a concert for me, um, that was a big deal where he made me sing at the concert, and
That
the
that was
that was
great.
wild. Yeah,
That
the
was fun.
community donated for me, man. That was wild.
Yeah, that was wild, dude. That was hilarious. That was wonderful.
That was a fun night.
All right, real talk. Were you nervous to do that?
Oh, 100%. I had no idea what he was cooking up that day.
Yeah.
And all day he kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. And because it's very rare that I'm not like, no, I can't come in, I can't do this, can't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, that was big. Um, I cried that night. I'll say it.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah. That's really cool. That was a cool night. I remember I was working security that night. That was a fun night.
Yeah, it was that was crazy. I never would have expected that.
Yeah, very cool. I love it. All right. Red Wolf says he makes a statement, then he asks a question. How does Hammer have an 18-year-old when he looks 30?
It's good genes.
Yeah, good genes. Okay. And then he also asks, how much do you love Call of Duty? Messer and Sliver say that you love it.
No, I hate that game with a passion. They know I hate that game with a passion.
Okay. All right. So, I told you Trooper Slivers was going to be wild. Unwritten rule for Hammer's job is he calls in and it costs us $160.
Yep. So I tell them all the time if they want, they're always asking me to call in. I don't know why, because most of the time they're always working anyway. But I tell them it's 160 for me to call in.
I like it. I like it. All right. So somebody asked, "Do you play Billy Buttercakes?" Choo choo choo. I'm just looking. Somebody asked what kind of dog you have in the background.
It's a boxer,
Okay.
old meatball.
Are you a sports fan?
Yes. Um, the Cincinnati Bengals, New Orleans Saints, and the Cincinnati Reds, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. So all Cincinnati.
Except for New Orleans. Yep.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Let's see. All right. So yeah, now they're coming in. Choo choo choo. I'm just looking through here. Something. Most of these we've already talked about. Are you samples? They're wanting to know if you're different characters. Um, a sports fan. What's your oh, somebody, Mrs. Officer Messer said, "What's your house name? Are you a Slytherin?"
No, Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. All right, you heard it here.
Gotta be Gryffindor.
Okay, all right. All right, so this is a good question, and we hadn't talked about this, and I think it's something that we should bring up. Is inside of Discord, you also have a pretty prominent section inside of Discord, which is your daily inspiration. So, kind of talk about that. Like, where did the idea for that come from? Where do you get your inspirations from? Um,
Um, Man, I think one day I just was like, I'm just gonna start typing in general chat every morning and just say something. I don't, it really wasn't like I thought that it was going to blow up into that. Um, and once it took off, somebody said that I should have my own section for it. And the next minute, the section was. I posted in that. Um, every single day for a really long time. That was that was Monday through Sunday. I posted every day.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't think people really liked it. The numbers got low on it, and I was like, maybe nobody's reading it. It's not a big deal.
Sure.
Um, so I laid off for a while, and then everybody was asking for it again.
Yeah.
Um, then I got a lot of DMs, people reaching out inside the community to me and talking to me about certain things, and
Yeah.
um, it was a I didn't think that I had that big of an impact, and I did. So, I mean, my DMs, like I tell everybody, everybody says it. You know, my DMs are always open. They truly are, and I will take time out of my day to talk to you. It's not a big deal to me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And, I think even, even in our conversations about this or other things, man, you've always responded, fairly quickly even. And so I've always appreciated that in our conversations, and you've always been very encouraging. So I appreciate that, and appreciate the time that you put into creating those inspirations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you,
Some of them are off the top of the head, and some of them I pull off of Google.
yeah, yeah,
But if it really and truly like you read it and it helps you that day, then I'm doing something right.
yeah, no, absolutely, very good. All right, Slivers says, ask him what his RP was for Sadot today, and then he has ha ha after it.
So he watched me for about 35, 40 minutes. I had a F-250 and I found a pothole inside the city. And I stood in front of the pothole with the arrow board up and I was sweeping the pothole for about 30 to 45 minutes. And I was waiting on somebody to come down the street and nobody came down. It was 40 people in the city at that time and not one person came down the street.
Oh no, oh no.
So that was the RP for about 30 to 40 minutes.
Um, okay, so some Mrs. Officer Messer says, Hammer, were you a tow truck driver in the beginning?
For IRL, IRL, I used to tow truck,
Okay,
drive a tow truck after my job being the collection agency. I did that for 5 years. And then after that, I transitioned into a private sector of contracted through the state of Kentucky, where I do accidents, medical emergencies, hazmat scenes, anything related to the interstate. So we block off traffic for police, fire, um, any of that stuff right there. That's what we do.
I got you. Okay. Hey, do this for me. You are on my stream. Your camera's glitching. Maybe
Oh, is
try to
it?
turn it off and turn it back on. Somebody said, somebody just said in the chat, now we know he is a robot.
We good?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
All right, good deal.
That's perfect. All right, so Officer Nordness asked, and I saw this a lot in chat, so I'll ask it. You can say what you want to about it. Kind of the idea behind when you decided to dismiss the character of Gibbons. Any reasoning behind that? What was kind of the thought process for that for you?
That was kind of a last minute thing.
Okay.
Um, we were in the pursuit, and I mean, a lot of people will remember Tony took us in as sons
Right.
down at the beach, and there was
Right.
a specific part about midway through, right behind Route 13, somewhere over there in the beach. And we were in the pursuit, and we got to the beach, and we both just were like, "Let's kill them off."
Oh
That
my
was
gosh.
that was really it. There wasn't like some long thought out. This is why we're gonna do it. It was we're just gonna do it.
That's hilarious.
Just all spur of the moment. That's what makes some of the best RP is just leave them guessing. Don't let them know your next move.
So, all right. So, tell me this. So, you decide last minute you're going to you decide to basically get rid of this character, and then one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a video game is then all of a sudden they do a funeral in the game for these characters, and you're Wayne. You're there at a funeral for one of your characters as another character. What is that like? What are you thinking while that's happening? Like, is that a surreal moment for you?
That really was. That was really awesome. Like I said, to see all the people that came out and the funeral procession, and I don't know if anybody caught on, but Wang and Jack were the two that drove the hearse to the funeral site. Um, so that was pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It's just so fun there's tons of stuff that you can do inside the city. It's just unreal.
All right. Sheriff Willard asked LSPD, BCSO, or state police.
They're all very good departments.
Okay. All right. I like that answer. I like that answer. Um, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite person to ride with on patrol?
Um, when I'm patrolling, I mean, I'm really typically by myself. Me and Kale have done it. Me and Aaron have done it. Me and Steven have done it. I like ride. I mean, really, I'll ride with anybody.
Yeah.
Um, Jonathan's really good.
Yeah.
When we ride together, there's nobody getting away from us.
Yeah.
He's great at call outs, and I'm the wheelman.
So I hear this, and I think this should be said. It should be asked. Let me say it like that. This should be asked because it is often that I am in conversations and they say whatever it is that's being talked about, Hammer is the best at dot dot dot. He is the best at driving. He is the best at flying. He is the best at role play. Uh, I mean, do you like? How do you feel about that?
No. Um, there's a ton of people in the city that are great at role play, and the people that have been here for a long time, and you watch their role play develop and them just get better and better at it. That's really what it's about, man. Is just helping whoever needs help inside the city, whether it be with something small or developing characters or anything like that, man. I don't think I'm the best at it.
Okay.
Of course, I'm gonna say I'm the best at driving, but I know there's probably somebody out there that's better. But Jonathan and all them, they get me going, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I got you. They get you riled up.
yeah.
Other than, all right, so obviously you've uncovered a lot tonight about your characters, the characters that you play. Who are some of your other favorite characters in the city that you're like, man, that's really good? They do a really, really good job.
Man, there's really there's a lot of people that do really good stuff, man. Um, so I don't have just one. I love getting out when I'm on as my cop character. I love getting out and interacting with everybody, and I don't try and give people a hard time, and I try and cut them some slack. But I know one person that's really gets buck wild when I'm in. If I got a chaser, is Shay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she gets a little wild.
Hey, so the trend continues, Shay. The trend continues. I just want to say that because every Leo character that's ever come in has said that Shay is one of the most challenging characters to chase.
Hold on now, she ain't challenging. She just gets buck
Oh,
wild.
I got you. Okay, all right. So no challenge, no challenge. I hear you. I hear you. I like it. All right, Gansey asked this question. Um, what happened? So you're going to have to explain. You have to fill in the dots here. What happened when we played versus Tony at our meetup? And then the second part of that is how was it like to meet some of the TARP when so recently some of the TARP community gathered together and y'all took a picture, put it on social media. So I guess what was that like? And then is there a story to tell about when y'all something versus Tony?
That was pretty fun, man. We got to go down there and see Tony, man. It was like as soon as we pulled up, Boomer is my brother IRL.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, so we went down there, and when we pulled up, he was standing outside the house, man. He came right up and gave me a big hug. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, that was fun. We played this game called Bottle Bash,
Okay.
and Tony calls it Beersby.
Okay.
And it's like there's these two poles at opposite ends, and there's a plastic bottle on top of each, and there's a frisbee, and you have the whole mission is to knock the bottle off. Well, if the other team catches the bottle and the frisbee, the other team doesn't get points. And me and Gansey just waxed them. So it was fun.
No shot, huh? Just
No.
yeah. Yeah, you got no chance. No chance. I like it. Somebody asked what happened to Mr. Sample's assistant, Joey.
Um, he just hasn't been in the city in a while.
Okay.
He's still got his characters. He just hasn't been in the city in a while.
Okay. All right. Let me think. Let me think. I'm just trying to look back through here. All right. So, and you may not be able to do this, but I'll ask because it does keep coming up a lot. Is there any way to hear some of the voices? You got anything you could give us on that at all?
So, Mr. Samples, Rams Bottom, um, those two I don't, and Curtis, those three I don't use voice changers on. I do it. I mean, we already did Curtis. Saw dude. I do all that.
Okay.
Um, Mr. Messer, Mr. Sample, excuse me. Oh, what are you doing there, Mr. Messer? How you doing there, young man? What are you doing?
So
So
good.
he doesn't do that, and like I said, his thing is when he meets him, it's like he's always meeting him for the first time. So I go, oh, Mr. Messer, what do you say there, young man?
So good.
Rams Bottom, yes sir, Officer Rams Bottom, sir. So those guys I don't use voice changer on. Those are the let's see, Wang. I can pop him on real quick.
All right.
Oh, hey, what you do? It's me, Mr. Messer, young like Big Boo. Oh, a quarter.
So good. I love it.
Tay-Tay's the same. Or what up, big dog? So
Yeah.
those are easy, man. And for a while, when I was switching back, is my voice changer off?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're back.
For a while, I used to write down. I used to write down I guess you could say the frequency or the
Right.
pitch.
Yeah.
I used to write that down because I would forget, and now it's just
You
I can
just
go
know.
right to it. Yeah. Another one. I'll give you. I'll give you Gibbons.
Up, Dad? What you doing, Dad? Oh, Q-tip head ass.
Uh,
That's all of them, man.
that's awesome.
I just have fun with it, man.
Yeah.
Like, Aaron came up uh, to my house. He flew up from Kansas,
Okay.
and he got to watch me do Mr. Samples, man. And I was so like shy and embarrassed about it, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it in front of him.
Yeah.
And he was like sitting there watching me, and he was like recording me, and that was wild.
Yeah, I bet. That is crazy, man. That's very cool. All right. So let me kind of you've been so generous to giving us so much time, and you've given it, man. You've just unpacked a lot, and even now, even like the chat's just going crazy. They're just they're blowing up the chat. So, tell me this. We'll kind of start closing it down with this thought, and it's just simply for you. What about the Academy is so special? Uh, well, don't. Let me ask something else first. Answer this: for new people coming in the city, and there are a lot, and I don't know how many have wandered over here to be a part of this conversation, but for new people that are in the city, what do you suggest? What is your advice to them in getting connected, getting plugged in, and really kind of finding a character that works for them? Anything that you would say to somebody that's just brand new or trying to figure out something, or maybe they've been something and they're like, man, I just can't find my vibe. What would you say to them?
And really just get out and interact with everybody. Don't I know a lot of people have their own little circle, their groups that they're really comfortable in, and you have to really kind of just push yourself to come out of that circle and to interact with everybody, um, just to try and see how that character really is. Because your friends might think he's the greatest of, the greatest of great, and he's the best thing, and you just want to get out there and really think and do stuff outside the box that nobody else is really doing or thinking of,
Yeah,
and that's the stuff that's going to really stick with people. Uh, so that's what I would say
that's
is
good.
just to kind of push yourself out of your comfort zone.
Uh,
I know a lot of the streams you can go back and watch. We really pushed Tony out of his comfort zone several times, and you can see it. He gets uncomfortable, and he'll tell me, and that's good for him because it's real emotion. It's him coming out outside of the box
yeah,
and opening up more and more.
yeah, very good. I like that. You ever thought about streaming?
I did stream on Mixer at one point.
Okay,
I do have some stuff set up for streaming on Twitch, but I have not done that.
okay. Do you think that's in the future for you?
It could be,
Okay, all right,
possibly.
all right, very cool.
Then
Uh,
everybody would get tired of me though.
no, I don't know, man. I think you remember you got all those voices in your head, bro. I think you could keep folks going for a minute. All right, so let me end with this question for you. What is it about the community that is so special to you? And if you had an opportunity to tell someone about the community, they don't know anything about it, or they're just looking for somewhere to RP or whatever, because we've already said this, it's much more than RP. What is it? What is it that you're telling them? What is in your words? What are you telling them about the academy?
Um, Man, the academy right now, a lot of people come in and they're thinking it's going to be like these other big streaming communities that are out there, and we're not. We're totally different, man. We're something special. So coming into our community and playing in our city and devoting your time, um, it'll definitely pay off, man. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna meet a lot of new people. I have met a lot of great people, um, that that I can call friends forever,
Yeah,
and it's really something like the academy's really like opened me up to a lot of stuff. Um, I just man, just come and have fun with us, man. Just open up, be yourself. You don't have to be anything different. Don't pretend to be somebody you're not. Just be real.
yeah, yeah. And I like that. I like that about our community is, you can just be you. Obviously, you're a character, but you know everybody is welcome, and it doesn't matter where kind of where you are and what's going on in your world.
Yeah.
Man, just be a part of the community and get in here and have fun, and make some friends, and
Yeah, I mean, your character is gonna have a little piece of you in it.
yeah,
Like I said, I got like 50 pieces I'm ready to throw out there, but yeah, just come in, be yourself, and just have fun.
yeah, very cool. I love it. All right, so one more request, and this is just for your sign off. Is there any way to hear Billy Buttercake's voice? Kind of like closing out. And so if that's possible, while you get that ready, I'll just say, man, thank you so much for jumping on, and I appreciate you taking the time. This has been a phenomenal conversation. I appreciate you coming in and really just unveiling your characters, because we talked about that. I said, hey, I know that you got some secrets to tell, and you did, man. You came in and you just opened up the bag, and you were really really honest. So I just want to say, man, for me and on behalf of the community, man, thank you for coming in. Thank you for being such a great part of it.
I appreciate you having me on, man. It was really awesome. Like I said, I didn't know my hands could sweat that much. It was nerve wracking.
Hey, you did
And then
great, man.
Steven and Aaron and Kale and all them hyping me up,
Yeah,
busting my balls about it.
I love it. I love it.
But
All right. So give us a Billy Buttercake sign off here.
What's up, YouTube? It's the GUIDO, baby. Follow me.
I love
that's all I got. That's all I
that's
got.
perfect. That's perfect, man. Hey, any social media stuff, anywhere you want somebody to follow you or find you, Twitch or anything like that?
Man, I mean, I have a TikTok, but I don't post on it.
Okay.
I got a Twitch, but I don't stream. So
Okay. All right.
I mean, nothing really that I can think of. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I might start uploading stuff. It's just at It's Hammer.
Okay.
So but yeah, I don't have anything just a normal boy.
I hear you. Oh, hey, I hear you, man. Well, hey, brother, much love to you. Thank you so much, man. This has been an absolute blast. I appreciate you jumping in and just opening up the bag and being really honest and
Yes,
sharing
sir.
all your secrets. And man, I look forward to seeing you in the city, sir.
Brother, I appreciate it. Keep this going, man, because what you're doing is something special.
Thank
You're doing really good shit, man.
I
I
appreciate
didn't mean to
it.
cuss, but you are doing really good stuff.
No, I appreciate it.
Um, keep it going, man. This is awesome.
Thank you, buddy. Hey, I hope you have a great one, sir.
All right, brother. You too.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Thank you.